Whenever I read the story of Lot, I can't help but think, why did Lot's wife had to die? The common answer, the answer that everybody else, not everybody, but most people tell me, is that she did not obey God. So God told something and she had to obey it. Like a tyrant, without feelings, without compassion. He said something and his word has to be followed to the letter. But does it make sense? Let's imagine the situation. The two angels coming to the city of Sodom. They come to save Lot and his family from a horrible destruction. A destruction that most of us, most people never experience. The death of everybody you know. The destruction of the city, the property, everything that you had. Lot and his wife take into their home the angels. They have a horrible night when the people of Sodom trying to take the guests out or to kill them. Then they're trying to get the daughters, not the daughters at home, the other daughter, the married daughter, they're trying to take them out of the city. They don't come. And they have to run. Lot, his wife, and his daughters. They find it very difficult to run. They find it difficult to leave. So the angel have to lead them by the hand, take each of them in his hand. What a horrible situation. And God says, and don't look back. What is it? Is he playing a trick on them? Trying to save them just to give them a pitfall that they have to follow in the time that they cannot think clearly, in a time that they are full of dread, full of fear, full of sorrow for everything they are losing, including the daughters? What kind of arbitrary, horrible God you think God is? When you read this chapter, if you think that he killed Lot's wife just because she didn't obey him, can you judge a person for not obeying something so minute, so little, in such a horrible situation? So some would say, yes, of course, we just have to obey every word of God, everything that God says. Regardless if you are stressed, distressed, under anxiety, in depression, God's words is the most important thing, and we have to obey, even if we cannot think. And if you've ever been in a stressful situation, you know what is it that your mind cannot think, that you don't even know what you're doing. Is that a reason to kill a woman? A woman that you have just saved? It makes no sense whatsoever. I read it completely differently. God warned her. It said, don't look back, it's dangerous. Because if you look back, there's something horrible happening there. Nothing to do with me, God. If you look back, something will kill you. Similar to the case, don't jump into the fire. If you jump into the fire, you'll get burned. And then, of course, if somebody jumped into the fire, you say, you see, God commanded, now he punishes you. That's not the way it goes. There is a difference between an order, a command, and a warning. If you don't obey an order, you get punished. If you don't obey, or if you don't follow the warning, you suffer the consequence. And the way I read it, what happened with Lot's wife, she didn't listen to the warning. The Bible is full of warnings. Our life are full of warnings. and we often don't listen to them. And we have to suffer the consequences. And it's our doing, not God. And definitely not some kind of arbitrary decision of God. God does not make arbitrary decisions. We do.